In watching Dr. David Brown's explanation of the ethical measures that one must consider, I was enamored by the idea of metadata. As Dr. Brown described this concept, it's data about data. Now, this immediately took me back to an undergraduate course in mathematical logic, and the professor there describing different tautologies and connections of metastatements. I could often make connections in that course, but it took a great deal of effort on my part, much like the connection that I'm still forming about metadata, which the invisible data that's stored and travels with anything that we share or save is immense, and something that I really never thought of until this point. I've known for a while that data is transmitted in any sharing or transfer of information from one device to another, or one location to another, but because we don't see the metadata as it's transferred, it's less on the forefront of our minds. As Dr. Brown suggests, I went into my Microsoft Word properties and was surprised at the specific information that was held in a simple Word document. Data showing the date of creation of the document, the last time it was opened or edited, times of editing, as in number of times that editing had been done, the original owner of the document, the current owner of the document, word count obviously was in there as well, and much more was visible in just a few clicks. So I began to wonder how in the world in which we live one could believe that they can beat the system by cheating with technology. With only a few keystrokes, someone like me with no knowledge of metadata was able to find a decent store of information with a basic Word document. It makes really no sense to believe that one's above having their sins found out, and you can see Numbers 32:23 on that if you're not familiar with that reference. The question now is, are there ways to corrupt metadata? That's kind of a sticky point for me. Are there ways to corrupt metadata, or even edit the metadata that's stored? And if there is, what data is stored about those edits or corruptions? Being a 7th grade teacher of math, I doubt I'm going to have to check for plagiarism much. But this information would be valuable for other members of my teaching team, and those especially at higher grade levels on the secondary level.